Greetings to the fans of the Dallas Cowboys. All right. Welcome to the best channel that keeps you informed about the Dallas Cowboys, and in this video I bring a super hot news that comes reverberating on the web by the fans. But before going to the video, I ask you to subscribe to our channel, activate the bell to receive more news about the Dallas Cowboys. Without further ado, we go to the video. Cowboys playoff race. The advantage of playing at home, grass, is a real thing. The Dallas Cowboys went to great lengths to steal the Eagles' NFC East. Unfortunately, they fell short, fitting into the 5th seed and destined for a nomadic playoff journey on the road. This fate was widely received with a shrug. Many teams win away from home in the playoffs, so the Cowboys will have to be one of them, right? A recent observation on how the Cowboys' roadside fare won a near-viral outcry at the Cowboys Nation this week. The Cowboys, dominant on the pitch, are just the opposite when forced to play on grass surfaces. Suddenly, the idea of playing on the grass of Bermuda in Tampa does not seem so insignificant. As John Makota pointed out, the Cowboys are 1-4 on the grass this season. The slower surface is undoubtedly stealing athletics from Dallas' top stars. Is grass really the Cowboys' kryptonite? After Jason Garrett pointed out how the Dallas defense seems to slow down when on natural surfaces, Brett Kollmann analyzed the numbers and concluded that the Cowboys' defense is the second best in the NFL on the lawn, -0.149 EPA allowed, but only no 20 on the grass, -0.047 EPA. The numbers support Garrett's claim. However, the numbers lack context, when the games took place, injury situation, etc. So blaming the losses on a slow-moving surface can be a bit too bold jump to make now. Keep in mind that the defense was not the problem in Washington. It was special teams and a horrible offense that led to the dumpfire. Imagine how good the defense would have been if everyone was carrying their weight and Dan Quinn didn't have a black hole in the cornerback. Even so, the idea that a team fights while playing on a different surface is solid. Different surfaces take place on the road, and street games involve crowd noise, travel, and other factors that favor the home team. No one will argue that domestic advantage does not exist. But what about the surface alone? It turns out that the surface plays a role in determining the advantage and goes both ways. Teams that are asked to play on a different surface of their field typically have an additional 1-point disadvantage. It's a considerable disadvantage that helps explain why sometimes the best team actually loses. It is correctable, more or less. The biggest reason for this deficiency is undoubtedly the lack of familiarity in footwear. Even if the surface is slow, both teams face it equally, unless a team is made up of low sprinters that drag their feet. The grass issue will not explain an unfair disadvantage for a team, let alone a 1-point disadvantage for all road teams playing on other surfaces. Familiarity can certainly explain this. How to plant and cut on a natural surface is really different from how to plant and cut on an artificial surface. Doing something wrong can cause slipping or even injury. This makes the transition from topic to shoes and time with shoes. Players not only need the proper shoes for the surface, but also need to be comfortable with them and used to how to play with them on the surface in question. Player A and Player B may have the same shoes on the same field, but A may have traction problems while B is sailing very well. That's because B knows how to play on the surface, while A couldn't adapt. The important thing to note is that it's not just a Cowboys thing that some are making it look like. It's not just a grass team thing either. This is a road issue, which is why teams strive so hard to gain the home advantage for the playoffs. And that's why Dallas fans will always be tormented by the losses at Green Bay and Jacksonville, which prevented them from claiming the opportunity to conquer the field for themselves. And then fan what you think of this news, comment what you think, because your opinion is very important for the development of the team. Do not forget to leave your like until the next video.